So, good morning everyone. My name is Alcel from Alabar from BSME-2B and I am the first to report the topic which is chapter 2 innovation and idea generation. Before we proceed to the topic, we must first tackle the learning objective in this lesson. So, at the end of this lesson, the students are expected to explain the definition of innovation. What really is the definition of innovation? Next is to identify the types of innovation. There are several types of innovation, but which will be tackled here with my fellow reporters. And lastly, it's distinguish the principles of innovation. So let's proceed to the lesson proper. So, what is innovation? So, innovation, there are many definitions for the word innovation, but ultimately it refers to something new, such as an invention. For example, in the past we were just using horse carriages. Now we have cars and motorcycles. Or the practice of developing, introducing new things. For example, microwave, washing machine to help us in our daily chores. And it can also be a new way of thinking. For example, the new way of studying or study habits which are being proven and tested for the past few years, or even a new method of doing something. So a new method of cooking, cleaning, and etc. So according to Barack Obama, the former 44th president of the United States of America, innovation is the creation of something that improves the way we live our lives. This is the reason why in a short amount of time, we drastically change our way of living. So approximately, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, where we as a civilization, we only live from 200 to 300,000 years. So in the span of that, our mentality in the past is the survival of the fittest, and now we are helping the ones who need. So let's move on to the types of innovation. So the first type of innovation is the sustaining innovation. So this innovation is also known as a routine innovation. It happens on an incremental basis and is often a response to customer and market demands or improvements in technology. The company obtained feedback from the customers about the product and services rendered to improve and provide greater value to the customers. Most companies that use sustaining innovation have been successful in building their businesses and continue improving their offerings to their customers, and they have the awareness of the market needs. Why? Because when we do something from the customers, even though it's in a micro level, it would benefit the company or the services in the future very much. So examples of these are the companies like Apple, Intel, and Amazon. So the Apple company, which was founded by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne, continues improving, innovating, and upgrading its products to get customer satisfaction and maintains customers' trust and loyalty throughout the years. So an example of this is when a customer gives a feedback or suggestion about the company or business, the business would start to tackle about this and how to improve it. Doing so with having great customer satisfaction would equate to many happy customers that would equate or lead to bigger profit for the successful business or the services. So I think that is all of my report, and I will keep to the next reporter would be Jester Hoba. So Jester Hoba, please take it away, please.
Hi everyone, I am Chester Huba and now I will continue discussing the types of innovation. I will talk about basic research. Basic research is a type of innovation that begins with the discovery of some new phenomenon. Basic research is a key driver to innovation as it provides information about a certain problem and derive with possible solutions. Basic research has many different meanings and definitions, and alternative terms like strategic, fundamental, curiosity-driven, researcher-controlled, and autonomous only contribute to making the issue more confusing. Basic research is often described as research without any clear goals, or science to satisfy the curiosity of a lone scientist without anyone else even realizing that it exists. But this totally misses the mark, says Soren Peter Olsen, who is the director of the Danish National Research Foundation Center for Cardiac Arrhythmia. According to Hoffman in 2017, it's not important that this knowledge can be used for anything concrete. The most important thing is that we improve our understanding. So, in relation to the definitions of basic research, we can say that it is a process of conducting a study about a specific problem and finding out solutions that will benefit companies and industries in the place of innovation. Basic research in innovation is practically a basis that will improve a product or a service that will gratify the consumers. So now we will talk about the principles for sustainable innovation. So if you are an investor, you have to be knowledgeable about the principles for sustainable innovation. According to the principles in the classic book Robert's Rules of Innovation, a 10-step program for corporate survival by Robert F. Brands. He introduced the different principles that could help startup investors. So number one is inspire. In innovation, there should be a leader who can inspire others. They need to possess a positive attitude, vision, and ability to communicate so that people can acquire what they should emphasize in innovating products or services. Whether we are talking about startups or corporations, innovation requires a leader who can inspire others to step into the unknown. Followers and linear thinkers need not apply. Inspiration requires a vision and an ability to communicate it to others. Next is no risk, no innovation. Most technopreneurs are risk takers because they are innovating new products or services. They have no assurance that they will survive in the market. Every business experiences failure because failure is the best teacher in order to succeed in the endeavor they embark on. An entrepreneur looking for a sure thing will never innovate. Savvy investors tell us that startup founders who claim to have never failed are either lying or have never tried anything innovative. That is said, failure is the best teacher. Number three, new product process. Innovation starts with a vision. An innovator should understand what they intend to develop for the benefit of their consumers and undergo a structured process that includes idea generation, evaluation, prototyping, customer feedback, and success metrics. Innovation is not a random walk into the unknown. It starts with a vision, but benefits quickly from a structured process of idea generation, evaluation, prototyping, customer feedback, and success metrics that set milestones and beat them. Number four is ownership. The business leader has all the ownership on the new products and innovation in such a way that he or she generates the ideas and develop the appropriate business model. A technical champion may drive a specific innovation, but the business leader has to own the result in order to drive an appropriate business model, customer acquisition, support, and a growth strategy. Business risks are not just developed risk. Number five is value creation. Innovative technologies have no value until they are turned into solutions to real customer problems. Creating intellectual property, including patents, is the key to a long-term value and a sustainable competitive advantage. Number six is accountability. It is a standard that the team members and leaders have full responsibility and obligations in the innovations. They have the commitment to manufacture quality products and services and distribution. Team members and leaders who are hesitant to accept full accountability jeopardize many innovations. This includes personal and team commitments to delivery schedules, quality assurance, manufacturing and distribution requirements. Number seven, training and coaching. Proper hiring and staffing of the people in the organization is a must to make sure that they are cautious of their responsibility and right mindset to perceive the future innovations. Continuous coaching is necessary to maintain the attitude and spirit. Proper hiring of people with a natural curiosity, open-mindedness, and ability to see a big picture is the way to create and enhance the right mindset. Ongoing coaching from the top is essential to maintain the attitude and the spirit. Number eight is idea management. In building products and rendering quality services, the organization should value the presence of the customers and sales members in order to have a brain forming of what will be the best for the company. Build and manage a pipeline of ideas from time to time, include customers and sales members in ideation sessions. Make sure all team members have some connection with the product or has either used it, sold it, or assembled it. Number nine, observe and measure. It is to need to track the results if it is already an ideal ROI or what we call return on investment. That is how the company will measure their profitability whenever they release new products to sustain the needs of the company as well. Tracking results are essential to optimal ROI. Product life cycles keep getting shorter and shorter, which mandates accelerated innovation cycles. Once a new product is launched, a key metric is the ratio of new product sales to overall sales. Number 10 is net result and reward. Based on ROI, incentives should be developed for all participants. Reward your people. Frequently, the key motivator is less financial than it is recognition for a job well done. People are your best innovation resource. So, all I can say is sustainable innovation is really the only sustainable competitive advantage. But innovation is hard because people by nature resist change, and company cultures are most comfortable with status quo. Survival in today's world of rapid business change requires that you keep one step ahead of your competition. Innovation is what gives life to your business initially and keeps it alive in the long term. Make sure your business can spell it. That is for my report. Thank you and God bless.
So my presentation for today is all about idea presentation. So what is idea presentation? For the business plan, idea presentation is a summary of business idea which highlights the company's purpose, business model, funding requirements, development, and other business essentials. So here are the summary of what is idea presentation. Presentation is a big challenge to everyone because we never knew if the audience will listen to you and if they are interested about your topic. Second, that is why in every presentation, the presenter must be fully prepared and knows what is the topic thoroughly. There are also various creative presentation ideas that can be helpful to those who are presenting a proposal to a prospective client, presenting the output of your work, and presenting the potential investor with a goal to inspire the audience. So here are the 10 incredible presentation ideas by Annie Pylon. The first one, storytelling presentation. What is storytelling presentation? If you are presenting your product or service, make sure that it is not only about the facts, but rather a story where people will be interested to listen and focus too. The second one, musical presentation. So, as the words itself, musical, it is all about the tune and the harmony of the presentation. So, it will be more inspired to try to set some captivating tune that will help your presentation to stand out in order to be remembered by prospective clients. The third one, which is video presentation. It is desirable to make presentations that will have both visuals and audio content to make it as a video. It is more appealing of the audience or clients as they can envision what your products or services might look like from different angle rather than just picturing them. The fourth, photo-only presentation. If you are using a photo-only presentation, this is to make your audience or clients prone from reading slides word for word. The photos or images must be related to what you're presenting and must be relevant of the content of the presentation. The fifth one, which is the immersive presentation. So what is immersive presentation? Most conferences, seminars, and startups usually use the immersive presentation where they encourage their audience to get more involved on discussions, games, and open forums. The sixth idea presentation by Annie Pelham is the question presentation. It is preferably advisable to ask questions to your audience in order for you to know if they are interested and make them involved in your presentation, and you can have an idea if they understand your products or services to be offered. The seventh idea presentation is the demonstrative presentation. If you are selling particular product or service, sometimes clients want to see and touch the product for actual demonstration, and they can even try using it for themselves. The eighth one, humorous presentation. So, it is when a speaker with a great humor will make the presentation livelier because of the audience will become active in the discussion. However, the speaker should be careful of using jokes to some clients to avoid misunderstanding and to avoid angering them or making them uncomfortable and during the presentation. The ninth, the ninth idea presentation is the animated presentation. The animated presentation is one way of demonstrating the product instead of using a video. You can film the product in a 3D style where the audience or your client can visualize the entire interface of the product. The last one is the props presentation. This is not a techie presentation, but you need computers because computers can be used as an app application to use visual aids to make a creative presentation, just like using the PowerPoint presentation app. So that covers up all of my report. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jayson Lucero. Today, I will discussing about idea selection and steps for lead innovation management. Idea selection. An innovate leader will encounter challenges in selecting the best ideas among the list of different innovative process. What are the criteria of choosing the best ideas? What will be the purpose of those ideas? There are usually different methods that can be used in the process of selecting ideas. Steps for lead innovation Management by Michael Potts. Step 1. Rough selection. In the first step, the chaff has to be separated from the wet. Example, the ideas without potential have to be selected quickly. For the purpose, an ABC analysis can be used, where ideas are divided into three classes. A. Ideas. Those that are absolutely necessary for further processing. B. Ideas are those where you disagree about good or bad and are uncertain. C. Ideas that have no value and are to be rejected. The A ideas are definitely going into the next round. The B ideas are discussed and it is decided together per idea whether the idea will be adopted. C ideas are no longer considered. Step 2. Fine selection. In the next step, the sifted ideas are further selected. The method of dots glowing has proven its worth. Each participant receives 5 sticky points and can distribute them to their own favorites. If you count the points together, you get a ranking. If there are less than 10 ideas, the rating method can also be used. Each participant gives each idea between 0 and 5 points. The points are also added up and you get a ranking and a priority. Step 3. Detailed analysis. In a detailed analysis, ideas are qualitatively analyzed and evaluated on the basis of criteria for product ideas. For example, these are customer benefit, differentiation potential and competitive factor, technical and economical feasibility. In this process in this process step, additional information is collected on the ideas, which is then analyzed and concretized in detail. A canvas such as that of Osterwalder can be used as a method for new business models. On the basis of the findings from the analysis, a decision is made as to whether the idea will be pursued further or not. So that's all for my topic. I will give you to Mr. Gevero to continue the discussion.
Good day, everyone. This is Achele Gevero the Third, and I will be discussing about the customer needs. So, one of the priorities in business is to meet the demands and the needs of the customer. An innovative leader undergoes a thorough research and identifies the specific requirements or needs of the customer to produce a useful product. So this means that meeting a customer's requirements and needs is one of the business's top concerns. To create a valuable product, a creative leader conducts extensive research and pinpoints the precise requirements and demands of the customer. So here are 5 myths about customer needs that leaders should consider in order to prevent potential problems and less revenue in the future. So, as an innovative leader and an entrepreneur, we should consider these 5 myths so that we can minimize less revenue in the future or in our business to let our business not be bankrupted in the future. So number one, we have customers have latent needs they don't even have. The second myth is customers struggle to articulate their needs. The third one is customers needs change quickly over time. Number four, customers won't know what they want until they see it. And number five, it is impossible to ever know all the customers' needs. So if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you should take note of these 5 myths and you should prevent them to be in your brainstorming or to be in the concept of your business to prevent such revenue loss. Next one is the market research and validation. So an innovative leader should conduct market research and validation to justify the needs of the customers. Quality measurements that demand data gathering during surveys, interviews, and market research. What about market validation? So market validation is the process of determining whether your product is of interest to a given target market. Market validation involves a series of customer interviews with people in your target market. It will almost always take place before you have made a significant investment in your product or concept. So, to support the client's needs, um, the creative leader should carry out market research and validation. So, it is very essential. A requirement for data from surveys, interviews, and market research in quality measurement. So, how does market validation fare? Finding out whether a specific target market is interested in your goods is a process known as market validation. Before you before you invest a lot of money in your product or concept, you should nearly always conduct a series of customer interviews with individuals in your target market. So, market research and validation. So, interviews are necessary in finding the optimal way to create a business or to start with a business. And that would be all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gerome Pialago from BSME-2B, and my assigned topic is the decision-making process. The decision-making process making is an enormous task because the successful of the business relies on its process to come up with a great solution. Various methods, models, and processes can be considered to make a decision. Figure 8 shows the 5-step process that an innovative leader can use. Number 1 is need recognition. Number 2 is information search. Number 3 is evaluation of alternatives. Number 4 is selection stage. Number 5 is evaluation of decision. Problem or need recognition. As an innovative leader, you must identify the different problems or need recognition of the consumer. The needs of the consumers are the basis or foundation of creating or producing a new product or services in the market. By assessing the needs of the consumer, an innovative leader can generate excellent ideas for innovation. Information search. When the problem occurs, there should have a solution. And to develop a solution, an innovative leader should be resourceful in such the way that he or she search for products and service that will satisfy the needs and wants of the consumer. Evaluation of alternatives. In determining the needs and wants of the consumer, the innovative leader should provide different choices of products. Customer will begin to seek out of the best as they decision making. They may have or maybe they succumb to advertising about the new product or service and they want to give it a try. Selection stage. After a true research and evaluation of alternatives, an innovative leader should select the best ideas that will be used in the decision making. They may had prior experience with exact decision, or maybe they to advertising about the new product or service and they want to give it a try. The last but not the least, the evaluating of decision. The goal for every marketer is not for a one-time consumer, but a repeating lifetime customer. One bad experience of buyer remorse and your bonding perception could be damaged forever. This process depends on the evaluation of the various assessment done of decision making. Whatever the company decided is considered the best idea. That's all my report. Thank you.